Good morning Year 6 and welcome to a new day's home learning. And today we're looking at understanding refraction and how light actually sometimes doesn't always reflect or reflect in the way that we were learning yesterday. It can sometimes almost pass through some objects. And when it passes through the object, it changes direction. So the first thing we need to do is we need to do a refraction of light experiment. Can you bend a pencil without breaking it? And what you will need is a glass, some water, and a pencil. That's all you'll need. So you need a glass, see-through glass, some water, and a pencil. Then what you'll need to do is you'll need to fill the glass halfway with water. Put a pencil in the glass and lean it against the side. Look at the water from the side and the pencil will look bent. Now take the pencil out of the water. Well, nothing has happened after all. So what you need to do is you need to get the things you will need for the experiment. You're going to need to get a glass, water and a pencil, and then follow these 3 instructions. So you need to fill the glass halfway with water and put a pencil in the glass and lean it against the side. You need to look at the water from the side and the pencil will look bent. And now take the pencil out of the water and actually nothing will have changed. So go away and have a quick go at that experiment. So pause the video now and set up this experiment, read the instructions and do the experiment. And then think about your findings. So stop the video now and go and try the experiment. Now that you've stopped the video and you've had a go at the video experiment, you probably will have all found out the same thing. You'll have found out that actually the pencil, when you looked in, looked bent a bit like this one here. And light rays slow down as they reach the edge of the glass and they change direction before reaching your eyes. So what happens is as the light rays hit the glass and go through the water because it's see-through, it actually changes direction. And this makes the pencil look bent. So here, you're actually looking here rather than down here because it bends from here to here because the light rays look bent, and this process is called refraction. So let's learn some more about refraction now you've done your experiment. Well, actually light rays pass through other substances as well as air and water. When they hit these substances, they travel at different speeds as they pass through. As rays pass out of one substance into another, they are refracted. The amount that light is refracted depends on 2 things. The first, the colour of the light. So for example, I think red light means it refracts more than a different colour. The second is the angle at which the light reaches the surface of the second substance. So it all depends on the angle of your light, the angle of incidence, and then when it reaches the surface of the substance it's going through, it can change a lot or not very much. It all depends on that angle. So now I want you to try your experiment again, looking at the pencil from a number of different angles. You will see that the pencil seems to be bent more at some viewing angles, for example quite high up maybe, rather than others very low down. But you'll have to have a look and see if your viewing angle changes how much you see the pencil. Once you've tried your experiment again, I want you to write a short paragraph about the difference between light reflecting off objects and refracting through surfaces. So yesterday we learned, on Monday, we learned about how light can reflect, and I want you to write a bit about that. So what did we learn there? And then actually, what happens with refraction? Well, actually, when light doesn't reflect there, it changes direction through the surface of an object, doesn't it? It changes direction through the glass and the water. So when it hits those 2 objects on your way to looking through the pencil, the light actually changes direction from your eye, and this is called refraction. So I want you to try the experiment again, and then I want you to write a shorter paragraph about the difference between light reflecting off objects and refracting through surfaces. What happens that's different? When it reflects off objects, we know light travels in a straight line. When it reflects through objects, we know actually the direction of the light changes, and we can see that from our pencil drawing here, couldn't we? Actually, the direction of the light changes, and it looks like it's here, but actually it's down here. But the direction's changed because it has when it reaches the water, and therefore that's called refraction. What I want you to do is I want you to go now and I want you to write that short explanation or short paragraph about the difference between light reflecting off objects and refracting through surfaces.